all of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
So, you would want to be married at 25, but you're going to rethink it because I'm telling you to.
Yeah, I mean, you are Oprah and you're telling me to not get married at 25. I should probably listen to you.
You maybe should.
This is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
Word on the street is that Katt Williams has been causing a stir lately with his talk about Diddy's questionable lifestyle. But here's the juicy bit. People are saying he wasn't the only one dropping bombs. Rumor has it that Oprah might have been in on the gossip about these shady dealings too. So let's spill the tea. What exactly did Katt say? You know that one guy in Hollywood who always spills the tea on the industry's shady stuff? Yeah, that's Williams. He's like the ultimate insider, knows everything about everyone, and he's not about keeping it hush-hush. So since the whole Diddy drama unfolded, he's been surprisingly quiet, and fans are curious why. Usually, he's all over these kinds of topics. Now, we're not saying he's doing it for attention or anything. He's definitely not a clout chaser. Turns out he's just been waiting for the perfect moment to spill all the details. And trust me, he's got a treasure trove of stories to share. Earlier this year, Katt Williams spilled the tea in an interview on Club Shay Shay. He basically said karma was coming for Diddy and his elite crew. Well, it looks like he called it right. Diddy's places just got stormed by Homeland Security. And let me tell you, it was a whole spectacle. They grabbed a bunch of electronic gadgets in these court-approved searches of his properties. And now, of course, Diddy's lawyer had to drop a statement about it all. Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities, and none of the rapper's family members were arrested. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Cassie's lawsuit really shed light on what some are calling the darker side of Sean Diddy Combs. Cassie recently spoke up, alleging that Diddy took advantage of her during her time under his label. According to her, it wasn't just about being a tough boss. She claims she faced mistreatment for 11 years. She didn't see much progress professionally, and their relationship allegedly turned violent at times, leaving her with bruises. The lawsuit also includes disturbing allegations, suggesting that Diddy encouraged her to engage in activities with male escorts while he watched. Cassie didn't hold back, and since she made these revelations, opinions on Diddy have shifted. Fans are revisiting what comedian Katt Williams hinted at regarding Puff, and it's making people take a second look at the mogul. Katt Williams dropped some hints a while back about Puff allegedly mistreating young artists. He threw some shade at Combs and Jermaine Dupri, suggesting they did some awful stuff to the Crisscross Boys. You know, Chris Kelly and Chris Smith, the jump duo who blew up in the early 90s when they were just 12 and 13. Like many child stars, they faced serious issues. Dupri was their mentor, shaping their music career, but according to Williams, things went south behind closed doors. The boys had a good run with 3 albums produced by Dupri, but there are rumors swirling that they allegedly faced some disturbing incidents involving both Jermaine and his pal Diddy, who was also implicated. Williams claims all this led Chris Kelly to turn to drugs to deal with the pain. His battle with substance abuse persisted until 2013 when he was found unconscious at home in Atlanta. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he passed away 3 days later. Now there's one name that keeps popping up alongside Diddy's: Oprah. Apparently, folks online are all about the idea that she might have had a hand in his shady business dealings. You know how it goes in the world of pop culture. Certain folks have major sway over how stars make it big. Oprah's definitely one of those heavy hitters, and her talk show was like the ultimate spotlight for up-and-coming artists. Justin Bieber, for instance, scored a few appearances on her show, and who knows, maybe being there had a bigger impact on his life than we realize. Getting on the Oprah show was a major milestone for young artists like Justin. I mean, her show had a massive audience, and getting her stamp of approval could skyrocket someone's career. Justin must have been deeply affected by those experiences, especially being so young. You can totally picture Oprah with all her wisdom and warmth, being like a mentor to him during those interviews, and I bet it wasn't just about chatting on camera. She probably gave him some real solid advice about handling fame, relationships, and navigating life in the public eye. Oprah's all about those genuine heart-to-hearts, you know? She probably created a space where Justin felt comfortable opening up about his life.
I read this. Tell me if it's true that you want to be married by the time you're 25.
I think so, yeah.
Rethink that, will you?
Why?
I think 25's too young, actually.
You do?
I really do. And particularly for you, because your whole 20s is about discovering who you really are. Mm-hmm. And you owe that to yourself, particularly because you are in the business that you're in.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of self-discovery time because so much is already defined for you. So you're entitled to your opinion, but rethink it.
Okay.
Okay?
I mean, we'll see when I get there. I mean, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But that was what I...
Do you want a lot of
was
kids?
assumed. I want a handful.
So, you would want to be married at 25, but you're going to rethink it because I'm telling you to.
Yeah, I mean, you are Oprah and you're telling me to not get married at 25. I should probably listen to you.
You maybe should.
Oprah may have a clean and friendly public image, but it turns out there's been some drama trailing behind her throughout her career. It makes you wonder, right? Like, did her sway end up dragging folks into murky waters without them even realizing it? Take Justin Bieber, for example. Could he have accidentally gotten tangled up in some of that mess? It sure seems like it. Back in the day when Justin was this fresh-faced 15-year-old making waves in the music scene, he had this mysterious 48-hour stint with Diddy. And get this, he even documented the whole thing in this weird YouTube video that's recently popped up again. But the question is, why would they spend 2 whole days together? Some folks are thinking there's more to it than just a casual hangout. I mean, seriously, what could they possibly have been up to for that long? And then there's this part in the video where Diddy's making these sketchy promises to Justin, like giving him a fancy car for his 16th birthday. It's definitely making people wonder what's going on. Plus, there's this moment where Diddy's licking his lips when he finds out Justin's age. Talk about giving off some serious creepy vibes.
This is yours when when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
Adding fuel to the fire, Diddy is a whole 25 years older than Justin, which means he was 40 when that video was shot. Back then, Justin probably didn't fully grasp what was going on. But as he grew up, he started to drift away from Diddy. And it seems Diddy picked up on it because there's another video where he's seen grilling Justin about why he's been keeping his distance. Justin looks pretty uneasy around him too.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Justin's reaction to the encounter just adds fuel to the fire, making us wonder even more if Diddy really did something to him. But hey, Justin Bieber isn't the only one who's ended up in a sticky situation with a controversial celeb after mingling with Oprah. Oprah's influence has supposedly been misused to manipulate trusting actresses. Here's the deal. Back in 2017, British actress Katt claimed that Harvey Weinstein roped in Oprah Winfrey and Naomi Campbell to deceive her into believing he'd boost her career. Turns out he allegedly just exploited her for his own ends. Noble was apparently totally wowed when she first crossed paths with Weinstein at a London event, especially since he was chilling with model Campbell and had megastar Oprah by his side.
After meeting him, I then visited his London office where I spoke with his executive assistant, Vanessa Ford, who asked me quite a bit about my life, my background, and took notes and asked me to provide a show reel.
So instead of that, Weinstein dangled career opportunities to draw the actress to his hotel room in Cannes, France. There, after initially meeting Weinstein in London, she found herself in a situation where he made unwanted advances. Noble mentioned she didn't think twice about taking her showreel to his hotel room when they met again in Cannes in February 2014. But once they were inside, Weinstein wasn't all that interested in her work. Instead, he started getting handsy while talking about connecting her with a modeling agency in London, saying stuff like, "I need to know you really like me." He said, "I need to know you really like me." Noble said, "I have all the information we need. I just need to know you really like me." Later, things got pretty grim in the bathroom when he made Noble do some really uncomfortable stuff right in front of the mirror. Later, she mentioned how Weinstein didn't follow through on his promises to boost her career. And just to be clear, it wasn't Oprah or Campbell who pushed Noble into Weinstein's circle back then. Nope. Weinstein was doing his own shady thing, drawing in the British actress all on his own. But having those two A-listers cozying up to him didn't exactly make things better, did it? 50 Cent's also been throwing shade at Oprah, accusing her of backing up these rich folks. You see, Oprah used to be tight with Harvey Weinstein, even showing him sympathy. They seemed like they had a real cozy friendship going on, and the pics are out there to prove it. Some folks even think Oprah might have pushed some actresses into Harvey's circle. Heck, Rose McGowan even tweeted about it. "I am glad more are seeing the ugly truth of it, Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't. From being pals with Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' SA victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come." #Lizard. You know, once Oprah tried to say something about Harvey Weinstein before, but she kinda danced around the issue. It was obvious she was trying to cover for him.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed.
Oprah was totally trying to shift the spotlight away from Harvey and make it seem like everyone else was to blame. But let's dive into this weird double standard in Oprah's actions, like how she handles folks like Harvey versus someone like Michael Jackson. Back in early 2019, there was this documentary made about Harvey Weinstein called Untouchable. It premiered at Sundance, but the media barely batted an eye, and Oprah stayed mum about it. But when it comes to the documentary about Michael Jackson leaving Neverland, Oprah was all about promoting it and fanning the flames. Oprah even aired a special show after Leaving Neverland hit the screens. Well, people started asking why she didn't do something similar for Harvey Weinstein. She brought on some of Michael Jackson's alleged victims to share their stories, but didn't mention bringing on Weinstein's accusers to talk about their experiences. This got folks thinking about Oprah's motives and why she seemed to shield Harvey Weinstein, her friend, while shining a light on Michael Jackson. You know what really added a twist to this whole thing? Harvey Weinstein was already nailed as a criminal, with loads of evidence pointing to his guilt. So why did it seem like Oprah was dodging talking about him or giving his victims a chance to speak up? The fact that she skipped over his story and didn't offer his victims a platform left a lot of folks scratching their heads. It's hard not to feel a bit off about the timing and circumstances of Oprah's sudden spotlight on Michael Jackson when you think about it. Moreover, Michael Jackson had been gone for more than a decade when all these allegations started swirling around. He couldn't exactly speak up for himself anymore. Meanwhile, Harvey Weinstein was still very much alive and kicking, facing accusations from multiple brave individuals who had come forward with their own stories of what they went through. So, why didn't Weinstein's case get the same intense focus and scrutiny? It got people thinking about Oprah's motives. Was she trying to give some kind of pass to people with a sketchy past? The way Michael Jackson and Harvey Weinstein were treated differently really made folks wonder what Oprah was up to. It made them question if she was truly dedicated to justice and willing to hold powerful folks accountable. And, 50 Cent and Katt Williams aren't exactly breaking new ground here. Back in 2018, singer-songwriter Seal was already calling out Oprah. He basically called her a hypocrite, saying she knew all about the rampant issue of sexual assault in Hollywood. This all came after Oprah's Golden Globe speech, where she talked about the #Me Too movement and the struggles of sexual assault survivors. But Seal wasn't buying it, claiming she was aware of the rumors swirling around Harvey Weinstein and didn't do anything about it. So yeah, this isn't the first time someone's taken aim at Oprah for this stuff. Even with all that going on, Seal called out the media mogul for being a prime example of Hollywood hypocrisy. He went on Instagram and posted a picture of Oprah Winfrey with the disgraced producer at 2 different events, alongside a meme that basically said, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." And he didn't stop there. He captioned it by suggesting that Winfrey was aware of the various misconduct allegations against Weinstein. "Oh, I forgot, that's right. You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses, who in turn had no idea what they were getting into. My bad." To drive his point home, he tossed in the hashtag #sanctimonious_Hollywood. Just to give you the scoop, back in October 2017, both the New York Times and the New Yorker dropped bombshell reports. They were talking about how a bunch of women came forward accusing Harvey Weinstein, who happened to be pals with the poster at the time, of some seriously messed up stuff. Like, we're talking about decades of allegations here. Eventually, more than 80 women in the film biz spoke out against Weinstein, accusing him of these acts. Of course, Weinstein denied any wrongdoing, saying it was all consensual. But yeah, things got pretty heavy. Criminal investigations were launched in LA, NYC, and London. Fast forward to May 2018, Weinstein got nabbed in New York and hit with charges related to what those women accused him of. While Oprah hasn't been directly named in any of Diddy's legal battles, fans are speculating that she might end up facing some heat for supposedly being involved in the alleged shadiness and for possibly leading young folks in the industry astray. 50 Cent, Ludacris, Dave Chappelle, and Monique have all called out Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. Instead of supporting black entertainers, they're both accused of throwing them under the bus, lowballing them, and even blacklisting them. And guess what? They're not showing any remorse or offering apologies. They're acting like they're untouchable. But Katt Williams isn't having any of it. In an industry where speaking out can get you labeled as jealous or crazy, he's being a real voice. He's pointing fingers at Oprah and Tyler Perry, saying they're underpaying black actors and setting them up for failure. Katt's not holding back. He's saying black comedians are getting peanuts compared to their white counterparts. Netflix throws big money at white comedians for their specials, but when it comes to black comedians like him, it's like they're handing out spare change. He's calling out the lack of support for black talent in Hollywood, saying the industry just doesn't get it. And this mistreatment? It's nothing new. According to Katt, it's been going on for too long. But he's not just talking about it, he's shining a light on the dirty side of Hollywood, where talented black actors get blackballed if they don't play by the rules. Katt knows firsthand how speaking up can get you in trouble. He turned down a role that he felt perpetuated negative stereotypes about the black community. And what happened? He got blacklisted. But he's not backing down. He's saying it's crucial to stand up for what's right, even if it means facing consequences. It's a tough reality check on the challenges black actors face in the industry. "I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity." So Katt Williams really made an eye-opening debut on Club Shay Shay. He really pulled back the curtain on the dark side of the entertainment biz, everything from gatekeeping to blackballing. And he didn't hold back, calling out Brother Love and others for their questionable tactics. In the interview, Katt spilled some shocking details about Oprah and Tyler supposedly cutting corners to stay ahead, even if it meant messing with other people's careers. And Katt's got the evidence to back it up too. Looks like Oprah might need to do some serious damage control. But with her level of influence, she could easily sweep all these rumors under the rug. What do you guys think? That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.